Today I study the history of economic thought and according to Wikipedia. The history of economic thought is the study of the philosophies of the different thinkers and theories in the subjects that later became political economy and economics, from the ancient world to the present day in the 21st century. This field encompasses many disparate schools of economic thought. Ancient Greek writers such as the philosopher Aristotle examined ideas about the art of wealth acquisition, and questioned whether property is best left in private or public hands. In the Middle Ages, Thomas Aquinas argued that it was a moral obligation of businesses to sell goods at a just price. In the Western world, economics was not a separate discipline, but part of philosophy until the 18th-19th century Industrial Revolution and the 19th century Great Divergence, which accelerated economic growth in the world. Ancient economic thought, before 500 AD. The examples and perspective in this article may not represent a worldwide view of the subject. March 2015 Main articles: Ancient Economic Thought, Arthashastra, Republic, Dialogue, Credit Theory of Money, Politics, Aristotle, Nicomachean Ethics, Metalism, and O Economicus. Ancient Greece. Hesiod active 750 to 650 BC, a Boeotian who wrote the earliest known work concerning the basic origins of economic thought, contemporary with Homer. Of the 828 verses in his poem Works and Days, the first 383 centered on the fundamental economic problem of scarce resources for the pursuit of numerous and abundant human ends and desires. China. Fan Li, also known as Tao Ju Gong, born 517 BC, an advisor to King Gujian of Yue, wrote on economic issues and developed a set of golden business rules. Discourses on Salt and Iron was one of the first recorded debates of state intervention and laissez-faire. India. Hindu texts Vedas, 1700 BCE to 1100 BCE, contain economic ideas, but Atharva Veda, 1200 BCE, is most vocal about such ideas. Chanakya, born 350 BC, of the Maurya Empire, authored the Arthashastra along with several Indian sages, a treatise on statecraft, economic policy and military strategy. The Arthashastra posits the theory that there are four necessary fields of knowledge: the Vedas, the Anvikshaki, philosophy of Samkhya, Yoga and Lakayata, the science of government, and the science of economics, Varta of agriculture, cattle, and trade. It is from these four that all other knowledge, wealth, and human prosperity is derived. Greco-Roman world. Plato and his pupil Aristotle had an enduring effect on Western philosophy. Ancient Athens, an advanced city-state civilization and progressive society, developed an embryonic model of democracy. Xenophon's, c. 430 to 354 BC, O Economicus, c. 360 BC, is a dialogue principally about household management and agriculture. Plato's dialogue The Republic, c. 380 to 360 BC, describing an ideal city-state run by philosopher kings, contained references to specialization of labor and to production. According to Joseph Schumpeter, Plato was the first known advocate of a credit theory of money, that is, money as a unit of account for debt. Plato also argued that collective ownership was necessary to promote common pursuit of the common interest, and to avoid the social divisiveness that would occur when some grieve exceedingly and others rejoice at the same happenings. Aristotle's Politics, c. 350 BC, analyzed different forms of the state: monarchy, aristocracy, constitutional government, tyranny, oligarchy, and democracy, as a critique of Plato's model of a philosopher kings. Of particular interest for economists, Plato provided a blueprint of a society based on common ownership of resources. Aristotle viewed this model as an oligarchical anathema. Though Aristotle did certainly advocate holding many things in common, he argued that not everything could be, simply because of the wickedness of human nature. It is clearly better that property should be private, wrote Aristotle, but the use of it common, and the special business of the legislator is to create in men this benevolent disposition. In Politics Book I, Aristotle discusses the general nature of households and market exchanges. For him there is a certain art of acquisition or wealth getting, but because a clarification needed, is the same many people are obsessed with its accumulation, and wealth getting for one's household is necessary and honorable, while exchange on the retail trade for simple accumulation is justly censured, for it is dishonorable. Writing of the people, Aristotle stated that they as a whole thought acquisition of wealth, crematistica, as being either the same as, or a principle of oikonomia, household management, oikonomos, with oikos meaning house and with, themis meaning custom, nomos meaning law. Aristotle himself highly disapproved of usury and cast scorn on making money through a monopoly. Aristotle discarded Plato's credit theory of money for metallism, the theory that money derives its value from the purchasing power of the commodity upon which it is based. Indeed, riches is assumed by many to be only a quantity of coin, because the arts of getting wealth and retail trade are concerned with coin. Others maintain that coined money is a mere sham, a thing not natural, but conventional only, because, if the users substitute another commodity for it, it is worthless, and because it is not useful as a means to any of the necessities of life, and, indeed, he who is rich in coin may often be in want of necessary food. But how can that be wealth of which a man may have a great abundance and yet perish with hunger, like Midas in the fable, whose insatiable prayer turned everything that was set before him into gold? Aristotle,